Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to the first semi-final of the PUBG Reddit Pochinki Showdown. I'm Jarasar, your observer today is Sam Walton, and we have the three NA teams fighting for a place in the final. In no particular order, they are PIOC, short for Pochinki is my city. And that is composed of Sharpie Nero, Surreal, Nightwolf, and Lebby Rooster. We have the serial killers, Crinkle Dinkle, Cave Manor, Tylon, and Kukoro. And we have the panhandlers, Hey90, Klame, Kuram, and Rising Fire. Each of these teams have already won a game today, and now only one of them will win this and progress to the finals. We have the EU semi-final on just after this one. And the rules of the game are very simple. It's Pochinki only, and you must dive straight out of the plane into Pochinki. If you, for any reason, you don't make it to Pochinki, that's okay, but you must run or get a vehicle straight to Pochinki without picking anything up. I believe after a 15-minute countdown timer, there will also be 3 minutes of light circle damage, followed by another minute of heavy circle damage to end the round. And I think there was a little bit of a bug in the last game where the 3 minutes of light damage for some reason didn't go through. So if any of you are wondering why people were dying a little bit quickly in the end of that game, that's exactly what happened, although everyone was affected equally. Now, we have everyone coming on in. Oh my goodness, South Pochinki is very, very crowded. Kuram diving away at the last second. That could end up saving his team's life. The panhandlers choosing now to get away. But take a look at this. This South stack, the serial killers and PIOC are basically mixing it up with each other. Tylon, is in a single story house right next to everybody. He needs to get away as quickly as possible. Otherwise, serial killers will get down to 3 people very early on. Lebby Rooster running, looking for Tylon, rushing into the building, spots him going upstairs, and it's now a 2v1 situation. Look at how quickly they're going. They're going to be able to jump off the balcony. Yes, very nicely done there as well. And Tylon does actually get away. And now we have a window-on-window battle. Oh my god, that ends up being the absolute disaster scenario. And all of a sudden, Kukoro and Wrecked Vengeance completely turn the tables. And the panhandlers get away scot-free, while everybody else is fighting in the meanwhile. Serial killers there having a little bit of an interesting time. Now Lithias kind of sat there going, hang on a second, I'm not sure I want to be party to this anymore. But unfortunately, he's not going to get much of a choice. PIOC right now are a little bit, well, I say in a little bit of trouble. They're in a massive amount of trouble. The serial killers have absolutely thinned out the herd. And it looks like with only 10 people alive, it's 4v4 v2. Whereabouts? Oh, wow, Surreal went all the way over there. Fair enough. And we have actually got Wrecked Vengeance back in the game again, by the way. I believe he's subbing in for Cave Manor, so I'm just going to go ahead and swap that around now. So PIOC down to 2 members very early on. Surreal, though, proved himself more than capable in the first game. Can they actually make it back? We'll find out as the game continues. Lithias, a little bit of a question mark over the capabilities here, but he's going to have to pull his weight for his teammate, and obviously they picked him for a reason, so no doubt he is perfectly capable of doing that. Crinkle Dinkle now having a quick little cheeky peek. Serial killer, spotting Lithias and trying to get a little bit of a potch on it. I really don't think they should be peeking. I think they should be running away as quick as they possibly can. Crinkle Dinkle also really needs to grab himself a helmet. So a little bit more looting would not go amiss there. Kukoro is also very, very low. In the meantime, the panhandlers have been using this situation very much to their advantage. They've more or less got the entirety of North Pochinki to themselves. I don't know how many meds they've got, but certainly more than the other teams. They will have had a combination of needing to med up and also looting fewer houses due to that early game firefight. So that is going to be particularly frustrating for the other teams, who, of course, had absolutely no option but to engage each other here. This is the Pochinki Showdown after all. The panhandlers, in the meantime, can continue to whistle all the way to the bank, but of course, they will eventually have to earn their keep in at least shooting or popping a couple of heads. No doubt the crossbow there is going to come into play. Please pick up the crossbow. Please use the crossbow. I want nothing more than for somebody to use the crossbow. Please pick it up. Please pick it up. Please use it. Somebody. Rising Fire, I can count on you. I know you want to. 90, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it because it's the right decision. It's the right decision. You should do it. I believe in you. Clemay, it's down to you. Okay, it's not down to you. My hopes and dreams, ladies and gentlemen, dashed. Yet another game. But one day we will get there. Don't worry. Now, I'm a little bit of a not fan, to be honest, of these guys just kind of chilling out in South Pochinki here. Maybe it's because they were looting the southernmost couple of houses and now they're coming back. But the serial killers know that they have a 4v2 advantage against PIOC. So unless they actually have 0 meds and can't afford to put a single foot wrong, it probably makes sense for them to go ahead and try and loot. Because what PIOC are going to want to do now is get as many meds as possible to see if they can outlast and come and vulture as the circle pops in. A good position on the roof, but again, I don't feel like they want to stay on the roof. I feel like they should just be moving as quickly as possible. Staying in one place is not going to benefit them here. Staying out of sight, I can understand they want to do that, but they should just spot where everyone's going and then immediately run the other way. And, for example, grab all the houses to the west side of the road. That would be a really good place for them to try. If they can pick up 3 first aid kits each, they're going to be very, very happy bunnies right now. I can guarantee you that. Now, for what it's worth, the Panhandlers have had an excellent start to the game, and they've also had the lion's share of loot. But it doesn't mean they auto-win. At the end of the day, if someone gets down, they have to get to safety quickly enough. It's very easy for them to go ahead and get killed outright. So serial killers still have, while they have plenty of work to do, they're not at that much of a disadvantage. In fact, if Kukoro actually finds a couple of meds and he's able to heal himself up for the next engagement, or maybe even he's going to be on sniper duty because of how low he is and maybe provide some cover for the rest of his team, then that's going to, that could end up tipping the scales back in these guys' favor. We will wait and see. 10 alive with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Somebody buy a lottery ticket. Further and further away from the action we go. Matthias still just chilling out. Is this Eastwood's alt account? Just joking. Still just chilling out on the roof here. I would honestly have preferred if they kept moving, as everyone knows. However, maybe they're keeping tabs on both teams and they want to see when the engagement between those two teams takes place. The problem is by the time that engagement takes place, based on the way the teams have been moving this game, 3/4 of Pochinki will be looted. And oh no, Lethia is actually getting hit. I don't even know where from. Oh, that Rising Fire. Let me see whereabouts he was at. That was an excellent shot and really good spot. Beautiful. All the way across the way. And don't forget, he was actually prone as well and not even moving that much. That was a beautiful shot. Rising Fire 93. I believe he also had a mini Uzi in the last game as well. This one, he's using a levitation spell to keep above his left shoulder, as everybody just saw. He is basically Harry Potter. And that was a beautiful couple of shots from the SKS. Matthias, though, he's going to be back down now. Knocked, but not killed. As we go ahead and do a little bit of repositioning. So that's good news. We've spotted where the serial killers are. We've spotted where the panhandlers are. Now the rest of PIOC need to work out how they stay out of harm's way. Serial killers opting to move outside of the houses. We've seen a lot of teams do this in the mid-game, where they only go into a house as long as it takes to loot and then stay out and use the fences so that they have the option of mobility if necessary. They do not want to be pinned down in one location. Everyone saw what happened to Silenced SK12, for example, in the previous game. Really awkward situation, but I guarantee running would probably have been worse. So now Rising Fire. This is actually a very good spot. You can basically see about 3/4 of everyone who ends up crossing the street from here, and they just want to know where the other team are at this point. They've been going around Pochinki. They haven't actually taken shots at each other. The only team that everyone seems to have spotted, unfortunately, seems to be PIOC, who, of course, were down to 2 members very early on in the game. The other teams have been, they're going to they will very rightly say, we've actually been running around. We haven't really been camping very much. We've been playing it strategically quite soundly. So where is everyone? And it's because they're running in circles around PIOC. So let's see if they end up moving slightly closer to each other now. You can see Crinkle Dinkle and Co. choosing to move through the buildings, and as they get more towards their southwest, they will inevitably start coming across. But when they do, my question is, what are the rest of PIOC going to do? Surreal and Lithias, perfectly hittable. Lithias, of course, spotted earlier on. Wreck Vengeance jumping into the house. Excellent crouch jump there. Very, very sneaky times, but no one is going to be about. They are, of course, on the other side of the road, but you can see they are continuously getting closer. No one has spotted them just yet. Rising Fire now on ground level, taking a peek, seeing if he can find a good position to spot where these guys might be. And I think they have an inkling. Maybe they heard a couple of things that suggest that they are not too far away now. With 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go before the light damage circle takes hold, the teams are slowly starting to get intel, at least the two full teams, on where the others are. It looks like Kokoro has had an energy drink, or maybe some... No, I think that's too little to be painkillers. He's probably had an energy drink and nothing else at this point, which is still dangerous because a swift bullet to the knee will probably take him out right now, so he does have to be mildly careful. In the meantime, we have movement. Movement from PIOC. They're actually moving up north. It doesn't look like they're under attack or anything just yet by the looks of things, or are they? Kokoro, has Kokoro spotted them? They have grenades out. No, it doesn't look like it. All right. The two full teams now getting closer and closer to each other. Hey 90, obviously bringing the crossbow up here as backup. He's going to swap to the crossbow as soon as he spots someone on the opposing roof who hasn't seen him and has his backside completely turned to him. It's a cunning strategy. Grenade followed by crossbow. It's absolutely what's going to happen here. A couple of chuck grenades, just letting the guys know where they are. It's like, hang on a second, folks. You watch out. Serial killers are definitely no longer in stealth mode, shall we say. And they will know that the triple story with the excellent roof on the other side of the road are absolutely a good place to be right now. Oh my god, Kobe, ladies and gentlemen, as Tylon goes down to approximately nil health. That was an excellent throw. And these guys will be slightly frustrated not to actually get a kill on it. Tylon will basically be reeling with surprise, going, how on earth was that so accurate? That was beautiful stuff. So, of course, forcing people to use meds is incredibly important. And it looks like PIOC as well have stopped moving. They were moving from house to house for just a second. Of course, only 2 members left in their squad, but now it looks like they have settled somewhere on the east side. Nowhere close to these two full teams right now. Four minutes left to go before the first circle takes hold. Kokoro is back in the middle stack, and I really like this because I get the impression... Yes, and there we go. That's some healing up. I suspect that's a bottle of painkillers or something similar. The middle stack has more or less not been looted, and Kokoro now has free reign over all of it. There are no other players close to him right now, so he's going to really enjoy and hopefully find some meds in the meantime. Staying completely healed up are the panhandlers right now. They more or less looted all of North Pochinki earlier on, and I think he spots Wreaked Vengeance behind that little toll booth. So we'll have to be a little careful, but he has got the prone, of course, to keep him there. Wreaked Vengeance now currently down to about 1/3 hit points. He's next to the watchtower, and the guys definitely see exactly where he is. Crinkle Dinkle taking his old position behind the toll booth to see if we can get a word in edgeways. Tylon, unfortunately, he'll be able to flank, but he's on so low health that I'm not actually certain he can do that right now. Oh, beautiful shot, beautiful shot! And ladies and gentlemen, Crinkle Dinkle manages to take out Clemay. I'm not too sure about the run across the road, but he manages to make it, so I guess I'll take it. Great Vengeance, he was the person they were after, and unfortunately can't actually get them. Kuram rushing on out, and the YOLO play does not pay off as Wreaked Vengeance go ahead and grabs that kill. 9 people left in the game. Crinkle Dinkle now joining him. It's a 2v3 situation, but Kokoro and Tylon could come round. these guys are stuck inside the 3-story now, and I think the rest of the squad can join up. We have some grenades available if they chuck them in onto the 2nd floor or similar. Is that rising? Yes, that is rising fire down now as well, and suddenly it's become 3v2. The Panhandlers, ladies and gentlemen, they started the game so well, but this is what happens when you hold yourself up in one building and another team takes good advantage of it. Serial killers have used the strategy of staying outside the walls, only going into buildings when they need to, and so far it's paying off. Hey 90 trying to defend the building against the people obviously coming up from downstairs. There's not too much they can do right now. Chucking them up onto the 2nd floor. We hear shots. Tylan actually goes down, but May managing to take him out with the UMP, continuing to move up the stairs. Weak Vengeance now could... Oh, he needs to be so careful. He's effectively 1v2 right now. The rest of his team aren't actually that far... They're too far behind him to really help in the same engagement. They need to just rush on out, or not at all, as the case may be. Oh, and that's definitely a Hey 90 going down to very, very low. Crinkle Dinkle's probably going to want to go around the side so that they can go ahead and revive. Going around, trying to get the final kill, not able to do so. Oh my goodness, that was approximately a bolt and a half to the face. Reek Vengeance, sadly, will go down there. Hey 90, possibly contributing from the top of the stairs, but Clemay, sorry, definitely taking the credit for those kills. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Vulture mode engaged. Here comes Lithias. Oh my goodness, all 3 squads in the same building. 1 minute left to go until the circle. Come on, this is ridiculous! And Lithias goes ahead and grabs that. Clemay finally kills Tylan, and that's because suddenly the team downstairs are no longer the same team downstairs. They must be looking at the kill feed going, what on earth is going on? This has become a 2v2, and PIOC are right back in it. Some excellent strategy. Surreal with the Molotov as well. He's managed to keep the Molotov. Is that on the 2nd floor? That isn't quite affecting the guys inside, but they must be getting slightly worried. Lithias goes down, and he gets killed off as well. It's now a 2v1. Surreal rushing to help his teammate up. He might be able to make it. He doesn't quite, and Lithias goes down. It is a 1v2, 1st floor versus 2nd floor. What is he going to do? Oh no, he's back up! I mean, I don't know why I'm squealing like that, but this is going to be more tense for them than it is for me, but this is ridiculous. Surreal. If he manages to somehow win this 1v2, PIOC, after losing 2 members so early in this game, could come back and show us an impressive victory. And here we go. Here comes Surreal. They're really peeking around the side. Here comes the UMP, almost getting the kill off as well, and he rushes back up. No! Clemay rushes back, and unfortunately, I think that was Hey 90 on the roof coming back down to go ahead and take that kill. And as a result, our first team in the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, are the Panhandlers. An excellent start, getting ambushed later on in the game, but then PIOC coming back from behind and basically pincering serial killers, shutting them out of the contest, allowing the Panhandlers to win the first semi-final by the skin of their teeth. Very well played by them. Somewhat unlucky to the serial killers, but an excellent game of PUBG. The EU final, ladies and gentlemen, semi-final rather, I should say, is going to be starting approximately 11 minutes from now. So go ahead and take your dog to the parlor, whatever it is you do, for 10 minutes. It's probably longer than you need to get a drink. So, go ahead, do something else as well. Go eat a grapefruit or something. Whatever it is everyone's into these days. I don't know, just go and do it. But whatever you do, come back. Because we have the EU final, followed by the grand finals, where the top 2 teams will be battling it out for Kings of Pochinki status. I'm Jarosar, you're watching PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds Reddit Pochinki Showdown, and we'll see you in just over 10 minutes.